When facing backspin, if we make a more direct, driving loop, for example, a forward driving loop, we can attack to both wide angles. But if we are looping a high arc topspin, and we aim for the wide angles, it becomes easy for the opponent to counter loop, counter drive, or counter hit. So when looping a high arc ball, a heavy spin loop, you should target the opponent's crossover, because attacking from the middle is very hard for them. It's difficult for them to generate power there. When looping with heavy spin, focus on placing it to the opponent's middle. Then when you use a power loop, read the opponent's position carefully, and choose different placements. So, heavy spin loop to the middle, after their passive block, because blocking from the middle can't be an active, powerful block. After they block like this, your next stroke can be a strong attack. Then you can choose either wide corner, your first loop and second attack. These two offensive strokes usually let you take initiative or even win the point. So the rhythm between the first and second stroke must be different. When looping these balls, your rhythm should be first slow and spinny, then fast. Same with placement. When looping backspin on the first ball, don't always hit to the same spot. Use different placements for the two diagonal directions. Make sure they are truly wide angles. Some players, when changing direction, barely move the placement. These two crossing lines are unclear, so no matter where you hit, the opponent doesn't need to move. They can cover everything easily. So when attacking with quality, placement must be sharp. As amateurs, we can't do the pro level. These explosive attacks. As we get older, footwork slows, timing becomes harder. It's difficult to win purely with power. For amateur players, I recommend playing the balls you can control consistently. First, develop placement awareness. It forces your opponent into positional mistakes. Their footwork will be late, causing technical breakdowns. So when the ball comes, we prioritize placement. Look for open space and place the ball. If the opponent is already standing in the backhand corner, don't hit back into their comfort zone. A light touch from them will land on the table. This also hurts your own continuity. Because your first stroke used too much force, your motion becomes large and breaks your rally rhythm. So you must read the opponent's position and choose placement. For example, go down the line. After you power loop, your next ball should intentionally change direction. This is something everyone can train, no matter the age, level, or stage. But without placement awareness, you'll always hit into the opponent's strike zone. It's not that they defend well. It's that your placement lacks intention. The second key is rhythm variation. Rhythm includes changes in spin. For example, on the first loop, against backspin, you can use a high arc loop as a stable first attack. Then adjust the rhythm on the next shot. After looping the first ball, make the second stroke smaller and produce a fast, high-quality ball. In this way, the opponent faces a rhythm change in defense. If their footwork is late and their adjustment is poor, you'll have your chance. Many young players chase a one-shot power loop. But in matches, first, they make many unnecessary errors. Second, after the opponent blocks it back, recovery is too slow. It becomes high risk with little reward. Quality is of course important. But aside from that, I believe the first priority is placement. The second is rhythm variation. Combine fast and slow, plus placement variation. On this foundation, then improve quality and speed. Spin is part of the rhythm. Instead of constantly chasing this single-minded pursuit of quality, which eventually stops our match performance from improving. Honestly, I'm not gifted in table tennis, including my coordination and explosiveness. None of them are at a particularly high level. But I keep searching for solutions and breakthroughs. Can we add more spin to the ball? Can we play it smarter? As long as we develop our own tactics, we can still enjoy the joy that strong players experience. Regardless of whether we have talent, regardless of whether we fit this sport. As long as I stick with it, I will improve. As I said earlier, loop to the middle, then attack the two sides. If the opponent stands in the backhand corner, I proactively pressure the middle. As long as you vary your placement, you'll notice your opponent's footwork and strokes start to deform easily. This is something everyone needs to improve purely on the awareness level. We always practice forehand drives cross-court, right? We do 50 reps. 100 reps always cross-court. We practice for 3 years, still cross-court. We need to consciously switch to forehand down the line. Backhand down the line. Move your opponent. Then you take the initiative. For amateur players, if you can return the ball consistently and get one attacking shot and one loop, and you can move your opponent, you can already become a strong amateur player. Then learn offense-defense transition and rhythm variation. This is what I consider a solid amateur level player. You must clearly understand, if you want to compete, you can't rely on just practicing forehand drives, just backhand drives, just one loop technique, and expect to play well in real matches. Because opponents won't give you those perfect chances to loop. In matches, they'll directly pressure your small triangle. You practice for 6 months, and you still can't use it in matches. Change your serving logic. It's not, I'll serve whatever I want. It's, how do I want to play the next ball? That's what I serve. My serve is meant to set up my attack. Second, how to attack after the opponent receives. I focus on attacking first. If that doesn't work, I still have backup options. I can touch, push, chop, or block. Anything is fine. Turn your instinctive reactions into deliberate actions that neutralize spin. That's when you become strong. Your opponent will start reacting and adapting to you. Once they follow your rhythm, that's the beginning of victory. At the same time, you start moving your opponent. If they stand in the backhand corner, I switch to their forehand. If they move to the forehand, I go back to the backhand. If they stand backhand, I can aim for the middle. Just watch where they stand, then attack the open space. Develop the habit and mindset of actively moving your opponent. When you hit the ball, you'll realize, even without using force, it's more effective than hitting with maximum power. They instinctively defend cross-court, but down the line and middle shots require them to make an unconscious adjustment, which is very difficult for them. Once you adjust these 3 key concepts, then you can compensate for things like struggling to loop heavy backspin or being unable to flick short backspin on the forehand. Then go practice those. Those can be trained as specific skills, but these 3 aspects are the real keys to progressing through different stages of improvement. Just like when we're practicing, because our learning goals and the focus of each stage need to be planned carefully, otherwise your progress will be very slow and you'll gradually lose interest. With guidance from trained professionals who share their expertise, things will definitely improve. Because the stage you are in now is the same stage I experienced growing up.